Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, cause it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Good to see y'all here. Good to see you. Yes. Had some really nice weather yesterday. My gosh, what a gorgeous day it was.
I loved it when it got like breezy and the sun went down.
Oh, man, it was fantastic.
So nice.
Yeah, I was up there at that Spruzzo's drinking $18 drinks. I should say drink.
$18 drink?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'll just go with one. I'm like, can I just get tap water? Is that okay?
That's when you smuggle in a little airplane bottle of vodka in your purse.
That's when Smuggy smuggles.
Yeah, Smuggy.
Well, I wonder what those things, like, what are the limits? You've been in those kind of places before. What are the limits before somebody says something? Like, can I go there and just get tap water because I want to, it's an awesome view, and I love it up there. But it's like the prices are just too crazy for me.
You probably have to get some kind of beverage that costs money.
You got to spend some kind of money.
Yeah.
They're not gonna let you just sit and look at the ocean or the water.
If you get like if you get a bottled water, or if you get a Coca-Cola, or if you do something like that, I think
did. My wife, we got, because they asked first thing, they're like, do you want tap or sparkling? And she got the water, and it was a little bottle thing, plastic bottle you buy at the store for probably $1.50. And we had that, but then I'm like, well, why'd I get a drink? I should have just drank the water that was here, and you'd have been good.
There's a water.
That's all you got was one bottle of water?
We got the bottle of water, and then she got a drink. I got a drink. I got a drink from my buddy that came up. We got 2 appetizers.
Oh, okay. Well, then you could have stayed for an hour and a half, 2 hours on that.
Bill was almost $100.
Wow.
But you're asking if you didn't do that.
I'm thinking about round 2. I want to go back, but I don't want to spend $100. Like, I want to, okay. So how do I, next time, how could I have done it better? Because I didn't think we went crazy. That's typically what we do. Like, my wife and I'll do a drink, and we'll get, an appetizer each. And that's typically how we do things. We don't really go for big meals. They're a little pricey. And so, we do it. We're happy. We get enough food and we're fine. We get enough drink. It's all good.
Your first mistake was you never invite a friend unless that friend has more money than you and he likes to pick up checks.
Didn't think about it. I felt bad. I know. I brought yeah. Like, here we go. But I'm like,
if he likes to pick up checks, then you say it means the Ben.
Right. Yeah. Otherwise, like, you don't invite them out until you're like at Duffy's.
Yeah. Maybe like grab a drink somewhere else first and go there second and get, sodas.
So you can sit there just with sodas and call it good?
Absolutely you could. I think you could. As long as you're not saying you want tap water and you want to sit there. That ain't going to fly.
I'm always wondering how it works. And the other thing that, my wife, she's self-conscious with this, is when you go watch a football game. You go, and even if you get a meal or whatever, you're done with everything you need in the first half. And it's like, so if you sit there for a game, are you cool for the whole game?
You got to order at least drinks. I would say 1 per quarter.
Is that what it is?
You can't sit there and hold the table the whole entire game if you're not consuming any new product after halftime.
But what about people that don't really drink and you're just getting soda refills? That's what you drink. I'm a non-drinker.
They're going to be talking about you in the back like this.
That's why my wife, I can never, because people will invite us out for a game. Hey, you want to come out and watch the game? I will only show up for a half because my wife is like, she's like, first of all, she's like, I don't want to drop like $150 to watch a football game I can watch at home for free. And 2, I'm not going to sit there and have the people in the back be like those cheap asses, the Rolsons out there just, hovering over that table.
You're taking a table
yes.
from possible customers that want to buy food and drinks and then leave tips. And so, the wait staff is going to be salty if you sit there for 2 quarters and you don't order any more food or any more drinks.
I need to write a cheap-ass guide to going out, but so you're not breaking etiquette protocols. How do you do it so nobody's going to look at you with stank eye? You can do it legit, and you're not going to run up a crazy tab big. I feel guilty, and I ordered another $18 cocktail. That's what I need in my life. So maybe I should write that.
Look,
I'll do the investigation.
I'll tell wine and dine that ass all night long. I'll take it to the inlet, baby. I'll get any drink you want on the Bird.
So all you need is just take Jaybird out. Okay,
Yeah.
book is written.
He'll pay your tab.
Yeah.
Oh, me and you? Oh,
Yeah.
the sky's the limit.
Okay.
You get your fucking oysters, whatever bullshit you're into.
I did a quick glance, and whenever you see MK on a menu, don't even think it.
Market price.
Yep. I looked at it, I was like, oh, oysters, that sounds like fun. Like I saw MK, I'm like, nope. I did that mistake. It means that market price, it just means it's freaking, unless...
It fluctuates.
Unless you don't care about price, if you're just so rich that like a bill never, rattles you and you don't care by whatever you see, you just sign it, who cares, whatever. Then MK's fine for you. But if that's not you, then MK should be a warning sign to you.
I'm more of a BK kind of a guy.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know, man. Some of this fancy stuff from some of you fancy fuckers, I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't really
it's
either.
Tricky to navigate.
I mean, I like it, like stuff like that. I don't like some of the high end. I'm not, so much a Palm Beach kind of guy. It's a little much, but I mean, I thought it was really awesome last night hanging at that place. I was like, this is a cool.
And it's
I love
probably the
water
most,
views. Yeah,
it's probably the most expensive water view cocktails that you can get in Palm Beach County right now.
Yeah.
With the exception of maybe the Breakers. They're probably charging a premium because they can. And that building is expensive. They got to pay that thing off.
My biggest pet peeve with fancy restaurants is the a la carte. I think it's such bullshit. I don't get it. Why not just have a side? Why do you have to charge an extra $15 for a potato?
Yeah.
Rich people don't like sides with their meals? Oh,
Yeah.
can't have a side potato. What a faux pas.
It allows you to customize your meal exactly how you want it. I don't necessarily want the mixed vegetable medley.
Don't get it.
I want something else. And a lot of times if you order a meal, it comes with the mixed vegetable medley and the steak and the mashed potatoes. I don't want all that. I want a la carte so I can customize it.
Y'all never heard of Outback Steakhouse where they have literally all the sides and you can pick your side? Why can't fancy fuckers do that? They just, I don't know, they like to be difficult.
Well, I think for me, I don't eat that much anymore. Like when I go out, I typically just get an appetizer. That's my meal. I don't order. I can't remember the last time I've ordered an entree that would come with multiple sides. I order everything off an appetizer menu and that's it. I get an appetizer and a drink and that's typically what I do. It's cheaper and I don't want to eat that much food.
It can be really overwhelming. Some of the entree portions that come out, and
You come out of this, this
if you
massive
eat
plate
all
of steaming
that,
food. Yeah.
you're gonna feel sick.
Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah,
And as you age, you're supposed to eat less. That is a fact.
yeah.
I don't know where you're getting your facts from.
Megan in the chat room said, hey, my husband is taking me to the iBar for my birthday on Monday. What should I expect? That's at PJ National. And somebody did comment, Megan, they are getting all Honda Classic ready. So, it's going to be crazy. I'm sure they're setting up for that right now.
They are. Well, they've started a little bit, but really they're going to have stuff set up on Monday because I was going to do something with them, but I'm going to be out of town for Mardi Gras. So Monday's a great day to go if you want to see like the behind the scenes of them setting everything up.
Yeah.
That iBar is a great vantage point, and you got to get the Pretzel Bites.
Yeah, the Pretzel Bites are good. 3 different dipping sauces. You got the cheese. You got the honey mustard or the spicy mustard, I think, and then you got the caramel.
The thing I
They're
love,
amazing, and they're hot bites too.
their cheese is the pimento cheese, which I am such a fan of pimento. Oh,
They have a few good craft beers. I know they have Twisted Trunks. They have the IPGA. That's the one they have on tap. I think they have Dale's Pale Ale. They got a couple good ones there. Obviously wine, all the other good stuff. It's kind of nice, but they've got kind of a back patio, and the pool area down below is a cool area to kind of hang out. So you can kind of do that too. The iBar itself is, a little small, but it's nice. It's a nice little area. I like that. Yeah, we'll be out there a good bit for Honda Classics. So
Bought some wine yesterday. We were
Did
talking
you?
about all that
Yeah,
wine stuff.
yeah.
I couldn't remember what wine you told me. I don't think he ever came up with the wine.
yeah, I did.
I don't remember. I ended up buying Yellowtail, but still.
Dr. Lewson's Riesling.
I don't think it was at Publix.
Probably not.
I was looking.
You might want to go to Total Wine. I think Total Wine has a better selection.
What about Publix liquors?
Publix has a good selection. I like going in there, but you're not going to have the rows and rows that they have at Total Wine.
You know what I want? I want to get little apple slices with good cheese on
Yeah.
crackers with some wine.
Total
Okay.
Wine. Total Wine has a great cheese selection.
But I also want to be painting something. I don't know.
It sounds like a night of great sophistication.
Doesn't it? I
Yeah.
feel like
I see you Porky Pigging it.
I feel like I should read a passage of my favorite poem.
Yeah. I'd always try to do that kind of like stuff. I was trying to like impress chicks, and I'd always do it wrong. It was just,
Yeah, I would be had real quick.
yeah, I never did that stuff right. But I like to feel fancy every now and then. Somebody had sent some links on some wines for you to get. So,
Well, thank you.
I'll forward that over to you so you can check that out. Let me see. You got a couple emails here. Don from Vegas said, hey, two things. First and most importantly, Denny's didn't get a flawless victory in the video game challenge. He said Mario Brothers. The answer was Super Mario Brothers, two completely different games.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad
should
you're doing
we
the work.
retroactively shock him?
Poor guy's been through enough. He had to deal with the fucking stalker yesterday.
The stalker plus cat.
My problems are Denny's problem. Let's leave Denny's alone.
And then he said, second, Virginia is correct. Unfortunately, Utz cheese balls are the gold standard, way above the Planters ones. Sit down, fake news snack king. Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, who wrote that? Let me see that real quick.
That's Don from Vegas.
John from Vegas. All these Vegas motherfuckers.
Donnie Vegas. That just sounds
Donnie
like
Vegas.
Donnie Vegas.
Donnie Vegas.
Yeah, it says Donnie Vegas
Donnie
here.
Vegas always has something to say.
Yeah.
Well, his hair is definitely slicked back.
Always
He
has an
is.
opinion. Always, his opinion's always right.
His favorite phrase is "fuck you guys." Fuck yous guys. Yeah.
He lives in Vegas. He's not from Vegas.
You guys are wrong. Fuck you guys.
Fuck yous guys. I'm Donnie Vegas.
I like it, Donnie. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, Donnie Vegas.
Fake news snack. That's funny.
I got an email here from Jen for the Bird. Jay Bird, it seems like you never hear that side of a very good marriage where the couples are committed to being happy and loving each other for the long haul, which takes actual work and time. You always say that, see, why would anyone want to be married?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Please finish out awesome marriages.
Bird, when and if that time comes for you and that special lady, only you two can decide the fate and state of how that marriage works. Life can get interruptions, work, kids, sports, illness, etc. And she talks about the love and the kids that she has. And we've tried things that either don't work out so great and then one of us do not like, but we never quit doing the things that we started out with. Besides, a blowjob does go a long way. Any good wife knows that. So, anything worth having in life is only worth the effort you put into it, Bird. Much love to you. That's a good line.
Yeah, I know people think I think love is dead. I don't. A lot of times I'm just trying to make jokes over here.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. If you marry the right person and you marry someone who's your friend and you guys are ride or die and love each other and are loyal
Yes.
and legit have each other's back, I think marriage is fucking awesome.
Yes.
I really do.
Even then, it's still, yeah, it does. But it still always takes effort and it takes work, and you have to care about putting them first. If you really don't, and you may think you do, or you just don't care to, they sense that and it doesn't work out. I know in my own marriage that since I started kind of like rearranging things and trying to spend nights now with the Queen where I would go the entire week and not see her or Cannon. I would see them on Friday, and then at the worst of it, I was working all week, would not see them. Then Friday nights, I would be so tired I'd pass out at 7 o'clock, and we were in a rocky state.
And you would only wake up when Cannon's tear would fall on your face.
Basically, yes. We had a rough little period, a little patch, and so I kind of restructured things, and I said, you know what? And I was putting my job first, big time.
Are you getting any sex?
No, we're still not. I wouldn't, but you know what? Things are getting a little bit. She still is not a touchy-feely kind of gal.
I just love how you answer that.
No. No, not
All right,
there,
well,
but
you're setting the foundation though for possibly getting sex, and I think that should be your long-term goal.
I would have thought probably about 5 months ago, okay, we are a long way away from that, but I feel like it's getting, closer
You're
and better.
warming the oven back up.
Yeah.
It's stories like this that I really think marriage sounds so much fun.
And it might be hormonal for her. Has she ever looked into?
But it's not. Yeah, I don't. But honestly, everybody always, to me, like the relationships, it comes right back to sex, and it's like, okay, that for a lot of people, I think is the mark of, is your marriage on how much sex are you having, and if it's not like every other day, then your marriage is shit.
No.
And for me, I love being with her. I love spending time with her. We have a great time, and we laugh a lot, and the companionship is better than anybody I've been with.
And you forgot what sex feels like.
Well, you know what? I think we had it on the back burner so long that it was just out of both of our minds. And so it's something that I think as you truly start to like really kind of have affection for each other again, I think we were co-parenting for a while. And that was kind of what it was. Like I had my responsibility, she had hers. And there was a lot of just numbness between the two. And now I think when it comes back, that I would say, you never know. It could happen in a week.
Okay.
We're right there.
Do you remember how to fuck? I mean,
Probably not. No, I'm gonna probably need an instructional video.
Can you practice on Jason?
No, I don't think I'll
it's
do
all
that.
in the hips.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Yeah, because if I practice on Jason, then
Well, I just know
I'm not sure if my wife's into butt love. And she'd be like, "What are you doing?" Be like, I don't know. It's just how I've been practicing.
they say it's like riding a bike. And if I get on a bike and I haven't rode it in a while, it takes me a minute to kind of get my bearings a little bit.
And what if you've always been terrible riding a bike?
Well, there you go.
I don't know.
Interesting. I like a little peek in the Ralston world.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to me.
Yeah, that's it. Every now and then I like to give you a little snapshot. So that's it. So I will tell you from my own, at least my experiences, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Will you tell us when you finally get your freak on?
I can, yeah.
You'll know because there'll be fireworks in the sky. You'll just know. Looks like Ralston's getting laid.
Yeah, who knows?
I just want to be in the know
Because I'm sure
when it happens.
That's exactly what Kevin wants to do. Right when it's over, let me text Virginia, let her know.
Yeah, let me put up a social post.
I finally got some action.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one that would love an instantaneous update. I can promise
Instantaneous,
you.
huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like there's a lot of people that would also just cherish and savor that information.
Okay. No, we'll see. Hopefully soon then.
It's probably one of the reasons why she doesn't want to have sex. Is she knows it's going to be talked about on the air.
It's a lot of pressure on this, yeah. A lot of pressure on this. We got talking about love. It says, Kevin said in Fact or Fiction that Chaucer made up Romantic Day Valentine's Day. But this is the actual origin. The origins of Valentine's Day, a pagan festival in February celebrated at the Ides of February or February 15th. Lupercalia was a fertility festival dedicated to Faunus, the Roman god of agriculture, as well as to the Roman founders Romulus and Remus. That is from History.com. Come on, Kevin. Do better on your fact or fiction research. Melissa from Hobe Sound. Laying it down. What I had said about Chaucer is, yes, the origins of Valentine's Day was a pagan festival, but what it was just a pagan festival, kind of like Christmas was a pagan festival. And then the origins changed for our modern society, and Chaucer is the one who first started making it associated with love in the Canterbury Tales. So they had never equated that pagan festival with love until Chaucer did it and kind of put the two together and said, we have to celebrate love on Valentine's Day. And people are like, we do? Oh, okay. All right, if you say so. So that's where he did that. So, fuck you.
Doesn't that feel good? Every now and then to get a good fuck you off your chest.
All right. Samantha said here, ATS stuff. You guys are always talking about what to watch. Was wondering if any of you, but especially Kevin, have seen any of the History Channel series about what made America. They had the men that built America. That was Carnegie, J.P. Morgan, Vanderbilt, Rockefeller, and one more. Then they had another series. It was Davy Crockett, several others. Last night I saw The Food That Made America about Hershey, Colonel Sanders, McDonald's brothers, Mars Candy. That sounds great. I love that stuff.
The McDonald Brothers one I'm just about to get into on HBO. That's the one where they faking the Monopoly game.
Oh, really? Okay.
I was big into that game growing up. Now, it wasn't during the time where me and my dad and sister were playing, but I guess in the 90s they brought it back, and that's when they were scamming the shit out of people. Were winning. And
What a great,
it was a guy that worked there. Yeah.
story.
Yeah, it looks good.
And he was on the take, and he was setting up people to win. I mean, that's fascinating.
It's really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you're
I'm
right.
so here for that.
Well, if no one's watching the rules and regulations close up, which I can see that, especially back then.
No, they trusted that guy to do it all and take care of it. And so he was just setting up his own peeps to win the money. That's fascinating.
Yeah, I love all that stuff. So yeah, I'm always looking for good documentaries.
Me too.
It's tough because a lot of them are a little dry.
They are.
Yeah.
I must have stopped and watched 3 different documentaries. I couldn't get past 10 minutes because they were just dry and long-winded.
Yeah, but we are getting into the golden age of documentaries, I feel, where they're starting to get it. They're understanding attention spans, and they're taking things that actually is interesting subject matter. They just would make them boring because boring people were typically into that subject matter who didn't know how to make something interesting for common folk. And now, I mean, look at Netflix. They're riddled with some really pretty solid documentaries on stuff that you're like going, fascinating, and people were loving all those little stories of behind the scenes on things.
They know how to do a murder documentary. That is for damn sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
They so freaked out you had to turn the Ted Bundy one off.
Oh my gosh, the Ted Bundy one did rock me.
If you've never seen any Ted Bundy stuff and that was your first go at it, yeah, that's going to rock you.
I don't like it. And I like watching Dateline. I like that kind of stuff. But Ted Bundy pushed me too far.
Oh, yeah.
I could not handle it. I couldn't. It was too much.
I mean,
Yeah.
he had a type, and you could arguably be one of his type. Dark hair, part in the middle.
Horrifying.
Big drinker.
Well, probably because you're looking for people that are, although I think he attacked a lot of sober people. He just would fucking con them.
He would come out
With a fake broken arm.
fake broken arm, and he would be on crutches sometimes.
And then help him.
And they would help him, and he would kill them.
Hit him in the head.
Yeah.
Bring him in the... No, sorry.
You love murder
Took
specials.
the seat out of his car so he could fit more bodies in it.
Virginia keeps on feeding it to me.
Oh my God. I think about it too much now.
All right, but disengage.
Ted Bundy, leave me alone.
She's old.
He's in my head.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't spend a lot of time with those because I'm like, I'd like to go for
There's
information
certain
I feel like I
stories
need.
You can know too much.
You're right. I watched it as a kid growing up, and I will say it definitely affected me a little bit. The real stuff with all of the details, different than a scary horror movie.
Totally.
Well, because it's real. You're like, holy shit, there's really people out there like that.
Amongst us.
Yes.
They could be in Walmart.
He blames it all on pornography. I think it's a cop-out.
The thing that I posted up on our Facebook page, people seem to like. I'll try to, let me remember to put that in the e-blast today, too. The outdated phrases everybody still uses. Thumbelina had sent that to me. There's some interesting stuff on here that I didn't know. You hear this a lot, jumping on the bandwagon. That happens a lot in sports.
Yes.
What is the origin behind that phrase that we still use a lot? A lot of these phrases are from like the mid-1800s and from circuses, I found out. Circuses would parade around town before setting up with bandwagons leading the parade. They would draw large crowds, and politicians would start renting space on the bandwagons to get FaceTime with an audience. And over time, politicians would make calls of action not to jump on the opponent's bandwagon, and the phrase took on negative connotation, meaning to mindlessly go along with whatever became flashy or popular.
I love it. I love learning that.
And that's how jumping on the bandwagon happened.
I love learning shit that I'm going to forget tomorrow.
Yeah,
I
know.
love
I
it.
will too. My mind doesn't soak it all in. I'm like, oh,
I'm a
yes.
terrible student.
Right.
Are you drinking that beer or you quit?
Stop. Why?
I'm just curious.
You want me to keep drinking?
No.
Podcast.
You just said Virginia wouldn't do that.
I just feel like open beer that you don't drink is wasteful.
There's not that much left. So. Why don't you get off my ass, doily?
I'm just watching you.
Yeah, I know. Why don't you go watch something else?
I like this show. I want to see how it ends.
Somebody who's listening to the regular show said, okay, so what's the update on Rocco? Last we'd heard in the regular show he was having a meltdown. Something was going on. He was cursing and throwing things at his school. You thought maybe he'd get kicked out of his Catholic school.
I talked to the headmaster during commercial break, and they calmed him down. We think it's allergies. So he's got really bad allergies. And it's just affecting him and making him feel sick. And he's just not able to control himself and just acts like a Tasmanian devil.
Oh, that's crazy.
But, we came to the place of I can't keep coming to school and rescuing him.
Yeah.
Because he's got to figure this out. He's going to have allergies his whole life. He can't throw things and throw temper tantrums every time he feels yucky.
Because the end result is that he likes what happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I pick him up.
Yeah.
We go to the park, or I get him a snack from the convenience store. Like, it's always a good when mommy comes to get you early from school. Mm-hmm. So I can't do that anymore.
Okay.
I mean, because that's... coming home is paradise.
I mean, and today I wouldn't be able to bring him home. I've got 2 meetings. Then I've got a gynecologist appointment at 1:30. I can't bring Rocco to the gynecologist.
You're going to the Gynosaurus today.
I am.
Is everything okay down there?
Oh, yeah. It's just my normal pap.
Okay. All right. I know your doctor. Very, very kind woman.
Yeah. I can't bring Rocco, though, because he is the most curious kid ever.
That's one place I don't know if you should be curious at.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I don't want him
That
down
age.
there with the doctor. What you doing?
Or he walks in the wrong room.
Yeah, that could be tough.
Cannot bring Rocco to the gyno.
Okay. So he's not going to be making that trip, huh?
No, he's going to stay at school and tough it out.
Okay. It's probably a good move. All right, there's your Rocco update. Somebody's got a question here for Suits about cruising. They said, I need a cruise port recommendation, and I figure if anybody can help me out, it would be Suits. My husband and I are going on Norwegian.
Suits.
Yeah, so you got a couple. They're going on Norwegian in a couple of weeks with spots to Harvest Caye, Belize, and Costa Maya, Mexico. We have not been to either before and are not looking to do any excursions. Have you been to either port? And if so, can you recommend anything cool or fun to see or do in the area around where you would get off the ship? I hope this isn't a problem asking and you have time for a quick answer. That is from Andrea in Margate.
Yeah, so unfortunately, if there's 3 ports in the Caribbean that I have not been to, it's those 3. Now, Harvest Caye is a private island for Norwegian Cruise Line, so it's a great chill, like beach day. They've got, zip lining and stuff like that. It's a relaxed day that you can have there, and they got a ton of nice amenities. As far as Costa Maya and... what was the other one? They said Belize they were going to.
Belize. Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a ton of great stuff you can do there. They've got nice little city areas. A lot of these ports, especially Costa Maya, they have an area in the port designed for the cruise passengers to enjoy a bunch of stuff when they first get off before you can venture out, do excursions, whatever it may be. If you're not looking to do excursions, honestly, you can get off the ship and kind of enjoy those areas there. There's always beaches nearby. You can take a taxi to, whatever it may be. But yeah, unfortunately, the only real ports in the Caribbean I haven't been to are those 3 and then Honduras. So I wish I had more to give you there.
Okay.
Wow, someone stumped our boy.
Baby, when we going to paradise?
I am not doing Paradise. You can push that all you want. I'm not one to normally turn down a cruise.
What's the name of that cruise line? The Naked Cruise?
The Bare Necessities is the company that charters
yeah.
the ships.
You guys should get a tiny, tiny interior cabin and just let it ride.
So I would do all that if we all decided to do it together as a show. I'd rock it.
14-night cruise. I'm not doing that for 2 weeks.
No, maybe if it wasn't 13 nights, but if it was like a weekend thing and we all had to be naked, I would do it if we all did it together.
I could not.
I
could not.
It'd be rough.
There is no way I could hang out with you guys naked.
I think it'd be fun to do, maybe one of these days, do a listener cruise, and especially if we could find a way to broadcast, from
I
doing
agree.
that'd be cool.
But with pants on.
Yeah.
Oh, I know we're not going to Paradise, baby. I know that. I'm just saying, if we ever did, I think we'd all have to do it together.
Saw this about the coronavirus. More than 300 American cruise liner passengers, including 14 who tested positive for coronavirus, were flown home to military bases in the U.S. after being under quarantine off Japan.
Yeah, so that was the ship that we were talking about, the Diamond Princess, that had been quarantined, and they've got so many people on that ship that it just, keeps growing the numbers. You said a couple of 100 people now on board. So they were finally able to bring some of the people back to the United States. They're slowly letting people off the ship, but it's just a horrible situation altogether. Although I give credit to the cruise line. I thought was kind of cool. They, hooked up the passengers, obviously, with refunds, free cruise, all that stuff, as much as they could do. But for the crew members, they're actually giving them, once this is all over, a 2-month paid vacation.
Wow.
For everybody that's been working on that ship and trying to keep everybody as happy as possible. So
I wonder how many crew members caught the coronavirus.
there are some, I don't have the exact number, but there are crew members who have caught it.
Well,
for
they can
sure.
take that 2 months and recover.
You hope. They don't take that 2 months to die.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I was kind of like looking at some of the stuff with it. They say the death toll's nearing 2,000. The hospital director in Wuhan died. That was
Hospital director?
Yeah, the hospital director has died
Damn.
from
That's
coronavirus.
rough.
If that bitch can't stay safe.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should call them a bitch. Rest in peace, maybe.
No offense. I mean,
Dr. Bitch. So respectful we are.
sorry.
And then all the right-wing propagandists are like setting this stuff. Apparently, they believe that the corona. I think the conspiracy theory is that the Chinese deliberately came up with coronavirus, and and they were saying now, I guess the origins actually do link it possibly back to a facility 300 yards from the Wuhan wet fish market. Apparently, they're keeping some animals there, and that's
What?
Yeah, I think they're able to trace it back to the origins, that it may have actually come from a lab, possibly, some people think. And then somebody had sent me this sensational, unbelievable. This novel was published in 1981. Dean Koontz, called The Eyes of Darkness, and they have a passage from inside of it. And he's talking about basically the Eyes of Darkness. It's about the chemical warfare stuff I was talking about, but this is from 1981. And the passage that they underline, it says, they call the stuff Wuhan 400 because it was developed at their rDNA labs outside of the city of Wuhan.
What?
And it was the 400th viable strain of man-made microorganisms created at that research center, Wuhan 400. Didn't they give it a number? Is it Wuhan 400?
Yeah, they did not call it. It's got a CAVID, like 19 or something.
But what's the end game?
Because 19 was the year that it came out.
What's the end game of doing something like that, though? Why would you do that? I mean, I know everyone always says population control, but if
Poison warfare.
but you're killing. But what if it turns on you? I mean, if you got something like that that's so crazy where it's
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't. That's why I don't
No.
agree with it, because I'm like, it's right now. It's really devastating. They've got 150 million Chinese people on lockdown. So if that's that, if anybody's trying to say that would be biological warfare, I'm like, well, that'd be stupid to
Well, I
put it
just
on your own
don't-
people first.
I don't get the end game.
Yeah, I don't get
why
that
would
either.
you do that to your?
Yeah.
Did somebody else bring it there?
I don't know. Maybe the argument is they were trying to develop and then it got loose. That might be the thing. The dangers of trying to develop biological warfare is, as you're creating all these terrible things, if something happens and, some clumsy person's like, oops, whoa, I got coronavirus. Oh, it was me.
It's pretty good goofy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably how it went down.
Yeah, whoops.
You do a very spot on
Uh-oh.
goofy, Kevin.
Uh-oh.
That's your best impersonation.
Okay. Yeah, see what we discovered here today, talking coronavirus. Yeah, so who knows? Maybe that's what the argument is of it. It's fascinating stuff to keep in mind. A lot of the people who are the conspiracy theorists be like, see, told you. Okay.
Gotta let Denny's read some of that stuff, see what he thinks.
Yeah. Does he like conspiracy stuff?
I think he's into that.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that fucker doesn't think we landed on the moon.
That's right. I forgot. He eats all that stuff up. I do want to say something here for our audience to give you an update to our spina bifida baby, Amorous. She is 6.5 pounds now, truly a miracle. And today there is a procedure that's going on that with her that they need to do. And her mom is super nervous about the procedure.
It's actually tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
They're doing,
tomorrow. That's
tomorrow
right.
morning, they're doing the procedure. So baby's healthy. Baby's doing great. Baby was born very premature, weighed less than 2 pounds. And now baby is up to almost 7 pounds. So that's huge. Big shout out to everybody at the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, where she is currently in the neonatal intensive care unit still. But she's got to have surgery tomorrow morning, and they've got to put in a shunt. And it's very risky, and there's complication risks. And Elizabeth, her mother, is extremely nervous, as you can imagine any new mother would be. And so please, if our prayer warriors are listening, send your prayers and just vibes to the surgical team at Joe DiMaggio because they need some good vibes and energy and prayers.
Okay, that is to do. So an update on that, and we'll let you know as soon as we get some word, too, on how the procedure went. So hopefully on the regular show tomorrow, we'll have something for you on that. That is going to do it for us here today. Thank y'all for locking in to the After the Show podcast. We'll be back tomorrow. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.